Hot sunny day, it's more gooey on and yeah, and it won't scald you. On a cold day, you can walk across that and be fine. Today you're gonna get stuck.
We all walk the wiggity woggity walk. We all talked a tiggity toggity talk. Not a YouTuber, just like making videos. Right now, this video right here is gonna piss a lot of people off, you know, but it has to be said. You know, like this section of YouTube has become a bubbling tar pit. You know what I'm saying? A cesspool of nonsense. It's really bad. You know what I'm saying? It's really ran down. You know what I'm saying? Words can't describe the you know, it just has become a vortex of negative energy, you know, and a bunch of buffoons screaming the black community, what you're doing for the black community and shit like that. How do you, at this point, how do you define the black community? A lot of people on this corner, you know what I'm saying, they don't have the mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the maturity level, you know, to cope with current affairs. And it has to be said, you know. So I'm gonna talk about Monty. I'm gonna talk about you know, LA, Philly Just, and so forth. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, since I'm gonna go in, I probably won't need music for this video. Now, I can probably not even show my face and use a black screen, you know. I can and it'll get more views than, you know, my other videos, but you know my steez. But you know what I'm saying, it'll just turn me up inside, you know what I'm saying, if I don't speak up on it, if I don't clean out my closet, you know, if I don't let it out, you know that John, the one they call John, has been making pot shots and cat calls at me. And you probably wonder why I never addressed them. One, because I'm trying to really stay away from the negativity, you know. And two, it'll be hard for him to address them without addressing the Woodgrain first. Because I know he's going to use that against me. And I'm like, oh, you're going to say something against me and not talk about, you know, the quote-unquote team. And he'll be right. But, you know, I got some words for him, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to break things down the old pinhead way. You know what I'm saying? It's time for the walls of reality to come crashing in. You know, the Cenobite has been awakened, you know. Okay, here we go. As far as I'm not Woodgrain. I know Monty came out with some video with the Woodgrain team members and so forth, and had my picture up there. No, there's no way I can align myself with this. I don't know what I don't know what the Woodgrain movement is. You know, it's like the sitcom Seinfeld, like what they said, sitcom about nothing. Woodgrain has become a movement about nothing. All this woulda, coulda, shoulda, all this, or Woodgrain could have been great and so forth. We had this, we had that. If we didn't do this, Monty has messed up so many times that somebody would have to be insane to align himself with Monty and expect everything's going to be a smooth sailing. You know, I got nothing against Monty. You know, so I always subscribe to Monty for a while, you know, so way before the Woodgrain team, way before Monty even made a video against Tommy Sotomayor. It goes way back. People don't understand how far back me and Monty go. We would subscribe to each other's channel. I first saw his video. He made a video against David Carl, you know, Michael 5723. He didn't clown him. He didn't make fun of him. He broke David Carl with just logic, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh wow, you know. At the same time, I came out with a video against David Carr. Now this is when I was doing vertical videos on my iPhone, you know. So for when I didn't even edit or do anything, just did the video and just loaded up, you know what I'm saying? Poof, you know, it was simple as that, you know. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, but the stuff that Monty does, I'm like, there's no possible way I can co-sign it. You know what I'm saying? There's no possible way I can agree with it. Even though he says he's sorry, I just can't be involved with it. You know, I can't be connected in it anyway, especially with the Soul Sister fiasco. I tell you this, it's kind of like with the Woodgrain team with Monty. It's kind of like a, you know, imagine one of them super rap groups. You know, the Wu-Tang Clan. You know, if you have these organizations or these rappers or record companies, the dude that's in charge of everything is supposed to be the dude that has a level head. Has to be kind of like the more intelligent one, the one that keep everybody in check, the one that stays out of trouble, like the RZA of the Wu-Tang Clan. You don't see anything about the RZA ever getting involved in anything, you know, but you may see certain clan members, you know, have problems and so forth, or, you know, like for instance, Old Dirty Bastard, you know what I'm saying? All the drama that he always did, all the crazy and outlandish shit ODB did, whether people liked him or hated him, and so forth. But imagine Old Dirty Bastard being part of the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan, the head. I'm like, that would be insane. That would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? The movement would have never gotten on way, and so forth. You know, or Bad Boy, P. Diddy. You know, P. Diddy was talking about certain members like Black Rob and G-Dep that was part of you know, the Bad Boy movement, and they'll get in trouble, they'll have problems, and P. Diddy will have to be the level-headed one, the smart business-minded one to hold everything together. Even though I know P. Diddy got into problems with Shine at the nightclub. You see what I'm saying? So Woodgrain team, the head of Woodgrain team is the one that's just doing all sorts of outlandish shit to the point where you're like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa, you know. So hence me with, you know what I'm saying, because and Monty may come back and roast me, I don't really give a shit, but Monty's credibility is shot, and me with, you know what I'm saying, good standing. You know, even though I know some people hate me, I never fly off the handle and just did any stupid dumb shit here on YouTube. Let my emotions get the best of me. For what? You know what I'm saying? For these fucking what? 300 or 400 views for nothing. So hence, yeah. You know, also with Woodgrain, it's an it's really just, I don't know if it's a roast squad. You know, if you have you know, so what's Kevin the underboss, and then you had Capo. What's Kevin and Jimmy? Yeah, they're really roasters. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about their video, but there's not really much deep content you can see there. And then if you look at me and Cool Tunes Network, you know, we got content. You know what I'm saying? Me, I got content for days. My you know what I'm saying? What I've been saying is I've never changed my path. You know what I'm saying? If you go into my older videos, I've always dropped knowledge and this and that. And I tell you one thing, there's two major sneers thrown at me that are completely ridiculous, to know that people do not have a viable argument against me. One, that I'm ugly. Two, that I'm somebody who reads a lot of books and tries to be smart. Well, first of all, the ugly one, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I have baby skin and hazel eyes, and oh yeah, and of course, yeah, I got job, I got money, I got my own crib, I got no kids, no baby mama drama. So hence, these factors alone, you know, with these factors, I'm gonna always pull females. I'm not claiming to be any sort of Casanova and this and that. And also, I dress well. You know, so I don't wear ridiculous oversized t-shirts and shit like that. But I don't claim to be a Casanova. I'm one of those guys that the typical female will find cute. But they'll bite some flaws. They'll say, oh, he's cute, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like the way his nose is shaped. He's cute, but I don't like the way his ears are shaped. He's cute, I don't like the distance between, you know what I'm saying, his chin and mouth. You know, shit like that. They'll say I'm cute about, you know, certain things. But the typical man is ugly, you know what I'm saying? I don't sit around and just call dudes ugly. That proves that dudes have virtually no, not a solid argument against me. And another one, I'm a dude that tries to be smart. This is a sad state of affairs. As I stated before, you got these same motherfuckers talking about the black community this, the black community this, but you know what I'm saying, they scuff at me for trying to feel smart. I'm like, first of all, I got over 100 videos, and even in my videos going at people, breaking people down, I use an immense amount of knowledge in there. There's no way someone can fake being smart, you know, especially if you actually had a conversation to me and talk to me. Like, for instance, Jimmy's a smart dude. When Jimmy talked to me on the phone, you know, we had a 2-hour conversation talking about Egypt, you know, talking about the Van Allen radiation belt and so forth. So yeah, but some of these motherfuckers are dumb. They want to get here and talk about the black community, and when they come across somebody like this, they're like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying, this dude can't be as smart as he claims to be. He can't have read as many books as he claims to be. So they discredit me, but they wouldn't dare step into the arena and debate me on any subject. These dudes are so stupid, they probably don't even know anything. Talk about the black community, but they don't even know about the politics that control black community. I guarantee you they wouldn't even know the difference between capitalism and communism, you know, and socialism and Marxism. If I told them to break down our system of government that we use, they'll have a poor time doing that. You know, they just want to yell out the black community. I'm like, shit, what is the fucking black community? You know what I mean? From now on, I'm going to start calling it the Black Commonwealth, because that's what it is. This freaking land where you have this borders, like here's the white community and beyond these borders is the black community. No, it doesn't work like that. It's more complex than that. But see, people want simple answers to intricate questions and so forth. Okay, going back into the Woodgrain thing. Yeah, well, people should already figure it out. Yeah, it's pretty much just a roast squad, and you know what I'm saying, all intellect get checked with the door, and what you call, and going into Reef, Cool Tunes Network, man. I understand what you're trying to do, but you know, well, actually, I don't understand what you're doing, because you claim Woodgrain for life, but you gotta see what's going on. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And you make these videos saying that Woodgrain's helping out the community. Woodgrain is trying to save the bottlenose dolphin from extinction. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like you yourself are compromised, and you, Reef, should be the underboss, really, because you've been doing this for a while. You've been dropping knowledge for a while, but you're going to play the back seat to people that's willing to roast, and ultimately roast for Monty. You know what I'm saying? When Monty's in hot water and so forth. You know, that's what you're going to do. But I'm like, you know, I guess, man, do you. Alright. And going back in on Monty, as I said, I don't have anything against him personally, but his leadership skills are just are shot. You know, I'm like, he's not anybody that could, going off his, you know what I'm saying, his track record, to be leading anything, you know, to start any sort of movement and claim to be the head. I'm like, it's pointless. I'm like, he's not the smartest dude in the group. I don't know, maybe because he has money and he, you know, and this and that, but we're not going to see, you know what I'm saying, any of that money. I'm like, hint. So Woodgrain was some organization or some company, and Monty was the head of it. You know what I'm saying? They would have been told Monty to step down. Or for Monty to save face or to save his company, he'll pretend to step down and let somebody else lead or whatever while he plays the background and so forth. This is what the owners of the Source magazine, you know, I escaped their name, the dudes who owned the Source, when Source was going down, you know, they stated that them dudes were no longer involved in the source, but the only thing they did, they just played the background where they still own the source and said that it's under new leadership. Yeah, so Woodgrain need to have this thing banner saying, you know, under new management and so forth. That should be the slogan there. But yeah, and seeing what, you know, and sometimes when I think, you know what I'm saying, and try to think deep about Woodgrain, I say to myself, I'm like, man, is this a movement that Monty made just to have his shits and giggles, just to have his laughs? You know, like I don't really. I'm going to make up a group called Woodgrain people, and I'm going to try to get people involved and recruit people and see how and how serious they'll take it. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know, that it's just like a big prank, like a big joke. And the way Monty treats people, I have to come to two conclusions. One, he treats all these people on YouTube, on the internet, as nothing but fucking toy soldiers. You know, and he only values his real true friends in real life, or that he doesn't have any true friends in real life, and he doesn't know how to treat people, or, you know what I'm saying, or become good friends. Because hence, friends, or people who claim to be so-called friends, you know, I understand, it's the internet, don't do the shit Monty does under any circumstances and then turn around and have to say I'm sorry. Like, for instance, if somebody's my friend in real life, even if we have our own gripes, I'll never try to air out his dirty laundry, or, you know what I'm saying, or try to clown him in front of a bunch of people that I don't know, that don't give a fuck about me. Monty will clown, and he's done this to Woodgrain members, clown people to this internet, to this small circle of YouTube, and he knows a lot of people don't like him. You know what I'm saying? He has to shut down his ratings on his videos. I don't have to shut down my ratings. And Monty may say, well, it's because he went after Tommy Sotomayor, and there's just going to be people that's going to just hate him unconditionally, but I got plenty of videos against breaking down Tommy Sotomayor. And the same people that sees Monty's videos are seeing my videos. People like Katana of Justice, people like Snake Loke. And even though there's no way, you know, I'm trying to side with these guys are some jokesters themselves. But why have they kind of like left me alone and go after certain members? Is that I know that they sit down and watch my video telling me, well, you know, I'm a ride with Tommy. I don't exactly like Pinheads, but Pinhead is not making that hominem attacks. He's not attacking his daughter, this and that and so forth. I'm like, Snake, look at, you know what I'm saying, put me in the videos and so forth. He had to have seen some of my videos, but why hadn't he came at me really hard and so forth? There's a reason why people don't like Monty, because of the things he does, and we have to sit around and listen to him say, I'm sorry, it's going to change this. And I'm like, no. As I said before, somebody has to be insane, you know what I'm saying, especially to align themselves with Monty, especially somebody that they won't interact with and real life, just on this fucking YouTube bullshit. Matter of fact, it'll be a hindrance to be part of Woodgrain. I'm like, being part of Woodgrain is, there's no benefits to it. It ain't like you're gonna automatically get 100,000 subscribers or some shit like that. Half the time you have, for some people, they may like the drama, they may love the Woodgrain drama and this and that and ready to go in. Me, myself, no. So forth. And when I think of, you know, when Monty said something about Tommy, when he said, Tommy, you're toxic. And I think that Monty is toxic. Cause look at the people who were humiliated on YouTube and crushed just for dealing with money. It's like we got punished for, you know what I mean? And if you had any, especially when Monty created this Woodgrain stuff, you know, and I tell you, you know, how Woodgrain came to be, he just started tapping out Woodgrain team. That's how it is. It wasn't like there's a meeting and we sat down and we just discussed things and what our group was going, or a name of the group. Like, for instance, I would never agree to a group named Woodgrain and we're just tossing off names. I would be like, man, maybe the truth seekers, constructive consciousness, I don't know, or maybe the bad news bears, whatever, anything except for Woodgrain, you know. But you know what I'm saying, that's how it came to form, and you know. Alright, this video is going longer than I thought, Hope you guys, during the interlude you went and used the bathroom and got you a sandwich or whatever. I said at the beginning of this video, I said I'm going to be talking about LA and Snitch and Philly Just 2. Now I'm just going to keep it all Woodgrain, from here on out. And so forth. Alright, now, during the interlude there, matter of fact, my camera actually died and I had to recharge it up. I went on YouTube and I seen that Freddie Craig had made a video. I give him props for his video, and maybe some people is going to see his video and think that I saw his video and be motivated to go against Woodgrain too. But I swear, when I started this video, I did not see Freddie Craig's video. I only peeped it once I recharged my camera up and so forth. But here we go. Now, I would say that, as I said before about Monty being toxic, about Monty humiliating people that were part of the Woodgrain group, almost even worse than people who went against the Woodgrain group. I remember when Monty did the infamous video of him blow up doll and the dildo. And I've never watched that video. I can only get to a certain point and I'm like, no, I just can't watch it. But, you know what I'm saying, when he was taking a lot of heat for that, Twinkie647 was one of the first ones to defend him. You know what I'm saying? She was using logic to try to, in his defense, in his stance about how Hollywood actors dressed up like, dressed up in costumes and so forth. But hence, when Twinkie647 had her gripes with the Woodgrain, what things going on with that situation with John, so Monty, he almost immedately threw her under the train. I'm like, just immediately, called her bitch and so forth. He sent me, I think, a private message, so I'm like, dang, but I still stayed in like a trooper, and with the situation with Sosa. Now, first of all, let me explain something. Yes, at one time I was Woodgrain. I'm not saying, I'm not going to recant and do some shit saying like I never was Woodgrain, but I was more so drawn into it, so forth, than me just wanting to just be part of it, saying, hey, Monty, can I join? So I admit, after seeing Freddie K's video, about him just being an agent, I don't know, he used to bat hard for Woodgrain when we was roasting, when they was going against John and going against Jeannie Burlesque. Yeah, he made his videos. So I don't know, maybe if he considers himself a free agent, that's his own opinion on his matter. And also with Soul Sister, when she said she wasn't really part of Woodgrain, I'm like, oh, okay, and this is not to have any I'm not taking any pot shots at Soul Sister and so forth, because this is a video. Soul Sister was the reason why I made this video, but she was Woodgrain. In the Woodgrain group, she used to type up a storm and so forth, so she was a busy little bee in that group. And then for people to say that, I'm not, I wasn't really Woodgrain in the first place, yeah, I'm gonna have to not agree with that. But if you know me, I've constantly made videos in rebuttal to Woodgrain, from Tommy's laughing at us to so forth, because I just didn't like what was going on and I didn't want to be connected to this malarkey. Now, for instance, when Monty clowned me on the radio, I came out with defending my honor. Now, I really could have went hard, but I chose not to, because as I said, I wanted to step away from the tar pits. And what I'm saying now is what I really wanted to say back when defending my honor. That's why it's all coming out. And the reason why I made this video, one, as I said, because of Soul Sister. We had this mantra of we're going to defend black women and so forth. But Monty has completely humiliated 2 black women worse than I've seen Tommy do. Worse than I've ever seen. It would have been better off if Tommy came out with a series of ethers against Soul Sister than what Monty has done. I'm like, and yeah, he did Soul Sister and his wife. Now, I've never met Monty's wife. I've heard her voice and I saw pictures of her. And I think she's gorgeous. And I'm like, why would Monty do this? And to completely, you know what I'm saying, insult his own wife or whatever, which I think that he's done, or humiliate her, and so forth, whether he did it or not with Soul Sister, still, I'm like, I would never do that. I would never get on YouTube. Or even if it was a long-standing girlfriend and said, hey, I cheated on my girlfriend with this person right here. And to make it, you know what I'm saying, to throw salt on the wounds, he was like, yeah, the pussy wasn't good, but it was firehead and she swallowed my nut. And so I'm like, no. I'm just thinking about, I'm like, no. So, yeah, you know, I can't even say that Tommy himself have stooped to this deft, you know what I'm saying, because it's just horrifyingly empty. You know, I mean, Tommy hasn't even came close to doing the stuff that Monty has done. So that's why I had to, you know what I'm saying, there's no way I could just let this slide. I had to step up. I'm like, whether it's true or not, you know, Monty shouldn't have came out with that video. I know he's taking it down, but the damage has already been done. And I also want to talk about when Monty so-called roasted me. It's funny because a friend of mine came across the video. Somebody copied and pasted that video and put it on their channel. And then she said, did you know, you know what I'm saying, Monty, you know what I'm saying, cooked you or whatever? She called me up and I looked at him like, oh yeah, that's kind of old. We kind of pieced that out, but still, it's still out there. And then she was telling me like, man, the type of shit he's saying, I'm like, how? You know, I'm like, still, you know, she was just like egging me on, like, you know what I'm saying, how can you just say, on this dude don't even know me on a personal level, you know, and that's the thing. And also with recent events, I'm saying what I felt what Monty did with Kevin. Now, you know what I'm saying, ultimately Kevin's a good guy, you know what I'm saying, Kevin may come out with these harsh roles and he may step out of bounds, but with him everything is comedy. Kevin is nowhere near, and I'm like, Monty said one thing. He said that, you know what I'm saying, people are trying to break him and Kevin apart, but it'll never happen. But ultimately, it'll be Monty that will break him and Kevin apart, more so than other people trying to get in Kevin's ear and so forth. Like the whole bag thing. I would never say that. I would never. Maybe Kevin called Monty. They had a phone call and they said that it's okay for him to mention that he got Soul Sister back. But I seriously doubt. I would never admit. I would never sit up there and say, yeah, Kevin bought Soul Sister this bag, and then Soul Sister did a video where she's showing off the bag. You know, people are gonna, when Kevin makes videos, people are gonna use that as ammunition against him. Now I understand he has thick skin. He may be able to take it. He may be able to take it and flip it to his benefit because he's a funny guy. I understand that, but still, it's just something that I wouldn't do. And then to add insult to injury, when Black Cherubim said in the comment section, he said, what did he say? He said something about the only victim here is Kevin because he bought Soul Sister a bag and didn't want to, I'm paraphrasing here, didn't get a chance to nurse those titties or whatever. And then Monty said, hey, yeah, I know, right? I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, man, I'm like, Monty is just digging himself a ditch. I don't, you know, if people want to still ride with him and so forth, and this and that. And also going into why Monty clowned me in the first place. There was really no reason why Monty really just went after me. You know, other than he keeps saying that, oh, once you leave the Woodgrain or whatever, it's done. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk bad about you. Just make a clear cut. But with me, you know what I'm saying, he basically roasted me or whatever because of some comments I made. Real? And the comments I've made that was against Woodgrain, it wasn't any sort of insults. It wasn't me putting out any sort of personal information. They were logic. So hence, if I'm using logic, therefore you should use logic back against me if you feel that my logic is flawed, rather than saying, oh, Pinhead saying stuff, oh, we gotta roast him, and they still don't know what comments he said. Monty admitted himself that it was Bling Network that got him to roast me, that Bling Network was trashing me in the group or whatever, that influenced his brain or whatever to go at me. So the reason was completely minuscule, but it just shows you what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? If I had a video where I'm just trying to went on a tirade and completely try to degrade the Woodgrain, I can understand Monty, but from fucking comments that a lot of people would just glance over. No, you know what I'm saying? There was no reason. But you see, the people that dealt with Monty, you know what I'm saying, they'll get it the worst. You know what I mean? A Snake Loke and Katana of Justice really don't need to come out with anti-Woodgrain videos to insult us when Monty's doing a good job by his goddamn self. You know? And so forth. Now, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's just about it. But yeah, I had to get that off my chest. And you know, and what happened is with Soul Sister, man, that's completely foul. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. But alright, maybe I'll make another video. But alright. I also want to say, when I did that Team Pinheads video, that was a joke. You know, that was completely. But if they said, am I going to start a group or whatever, and this and that. No, I'm not going to start a group. You know, if I did, you know what I'm saying, it'll be better, well managed and so forth. But no. But alright.